That's what I think that is so crazy, because then, like, why wouldn't you want somebody to try to find out the truth? Like, isn't that giving back to hip hop? Like, isn't that giving back to the essence of what hip hop is supposed to be? Free speech, supposed to be about people really pushing things forward, right? And how could you really care about hip hop and allow something like an injustice to exist?
Exactly. And it's just that goes off just like the Bambaataa situation, Afrika Bambaataa. Say Afrika Bambaataa is a guy that is he's responsible for spreading hip hop like the gospel out here. You know what I'm saying? Making chapters, making big ass crew, creating mad fucking like just spreading hip hop with the positive of the five elements and the art, the craft, the talent, everything, the culture, the hip hop culture. Bambaataa is definitely one of those dudes that have been identified as being one of the founding fathers of hip hop. Now, you see what happened with what's happening, because he's still, that's an open case. It's still kind of crazy how, this guy is so much proof that, saying that, and people are coming out, or still probably coming out, that he's a pedophile. He took advantage of kids when they was in there. He messed up people's lives, and he's rolling with killers. He had a killer crew. So he was a real, he had a killer crew. I heard of him. I heard of the people more than I heard of Bambaataa, because Bambaataa to me was, not that hip hop was corny, or because at that time, it was more of like hip hop didn't have what we have now, as far as like the freedom to dress like us and still the magic of us being us, still, and spitting those words and still get that recognition. Back then, you had to get the costumes. So for real, them niggas had saying the purple fucking masks, and it looked like something where like an orgy type scenario. If you look at it, like the '70s porns, that type of shit. When they performed, they had like leather, the tight shit. Even Melly Mel and them niggas too. Furious Five, they had the same kind of outfits, but they carried it different. They carried
Well,
it
because
different.
there was still a big influence from like disco and funk. There was still like a big influence from there.
Oh, sorry, what?
There was still a big influence from like disco and from funk and like from all these
Right,
different
the
things.
disco era, and they thought that they seen everybody on TV like that, so that was they following that. They took it to the when you in hip hop, when it comes from the street, so you got to add your own swag. So they actually added their own swag. But this nigga had the shades, the 3D glasses, he looked like a futuristic, type of dude. And when he did Planet Rock, that wasn't one of my favorite songs when I came to America, though. You're talking about personally to me, that was alright. The hippie, the hop, and the other one, the other one, the Sugar Hill Gang.
Rapper's Delight.
That was one of the first songs, and that I heard, the double album with the Sky Blue joint with the rainbow on it. You know what I'm saying? That shit came with like 3 different albums. That shit was like a fucking kid's playbook, the pop-up book. You know what I'm saying? So I had that. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to like Planet Rock and stuff like that, there was just you could tell that it was might have been some kids underneath that nigga's leather pants still stuck in there while he was fucking performing. So I never, the vibe never attracted me when it came to lyricism or the style of hip hop that was. He was more of a disco. It was gay. It looked just gay. You know what I'm saying? And no, nothing wrong with being gay. But he accepted that. Like maybe he was like let's just say, let me put it in perspective to give you an example. Like Prince. Okay, like Prince, he was a star and everything. And it took me a while to even say, this nigga might not be gay. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was gay. He was definitely bi. I went from gay to bi. You know what I'm saying? And then bi, this nigga might be a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on to another topic before we get in trouble, okay?
No, but I'm just saying, it's all good. But I'm just trying to say, this is artistry. Artistry. When they get on that stage, they put on a costume, whatever you do as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Prince is incredible. His talent, raw talent, as far as a musician, incredible. But he came out at a time where Michael Jackson was the number one. So now it looked like a bootleg Michael Jackson, just like R. Kelly and Aaron Hall. R. Kelly ran with Aaron Hall style. What I'm saying is that people, when they come in, they do things for certain reasons. They chose like those 2 examples. there was the top dudes at the time. So Prince was like a knockoff almost to me, because I loved, Michael Jackson so much. He was a kind of knockoff him. He was talking shit that I didn't, as a kid, I wasn't getting like Michael was, you know? So that's the difference. Later on in life, I found out how incredible Prince is, how he played every instrument that you could, think of. He was, that he created his own music, MC, he wrote that shit. Nobody wrote his shit. He was an artist. He fought at the end, became a symbol, against the industries to, look out for the artist's best interests, and to be, a mogul like he was. And that's when they killed him. That's that. So those things are crazy things. But I'm saying, back to Bambaataa. Bambaataa came out at the time where, you know, Debbie Does Dallas, Taboo, all them pornos were coming out. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was wearing shit like that, like 70s porn type fucking material. He went into the porn, like he looked like a porn. Other niggas just tapped just the aura of that. When you looked at Bambaataa at that time, he looked like he was shooting a porn every time he did a video, and there was fucking kids in a cage in the back of the stage. But I never went and ventured into it like that because I never liked the talent like that. Like, I wasn't interested too much in the
Okay.
in the Planet Rock type vibe. My shit was lyrics always. Even
All
when I didn't
right.
know English like that, it was just
Moving
something about
on.
fancy. Did I make sense
Let's
anyhow?
move
Can you
on.
translate that one for me? Because I need your help. You're a great
Yeah,
translator for
move
Cuban.
on. All right.
You don't even want to touch
What
it.
do
You
you
ain't shit.
think? No. What do you think of the
Oh yeah,
video
I
of
forgot.
Joe?
I forgot Joe is also backing up Bambaataa when they're trying to get the Bronx Museum. You heard about that? They're trying to open up a
Right,
Bronx
right.
Museum, and Joe is speaking up for Bambaataa. Once again, the speaker of the youth of the ghetto, the broken home ghetto, the poor guys, which is us. We come from the poor, and everything. He's backing up the pedophile. So let's put that out there. And not to say I got anything about Bambaataa, but I believe the victims. I heard the victims. You know what I'm saying? The Son Campbell's, Beast Stinger. I heard their stories and I believe them. So at the end of the day, there goes the gatekeeper, another one of the gatekeepers that are supposed to be on power, rapping the streets. The word of the streets is this nigga's a pedophile. He should be this and that out of hip hop, whatever. I understand he's part of the main founding fathers, but what do you do in a situation like that? We got to put him on trial. I mean, you got to put them on trial, justice, and I'm not talking about justice in the court system within our neighborhood, our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's foul to do. So that's foul to do. And if he says yes, we'll all want him just to confess for the victims to get closure. Am I going anywhere similar to where maybe our stories fit where we going with this? Because all we want to really find out is their confession. They this, not to put you in jail, just to get some motherfucking awareness in the community.